There are hotels that offer a bed for a night, and then there are hotels that insist on telling you a story the minute you pass through their doors. The Midland Hotel in Manchester does not whisper its history, it declares it in terracotta and Edwardian swagger.
Today, we are staying at one of Manchester's most historic and luxury hotels. So let's see if the luxury outside carries on through to the hotel inside.
Let's go.
Built in 1903 for railway magnates and well-heeled travellers arriving from the big smoke in London, the Midland was less of a hotel and more of a monument to ambition. A place where the industrial north dressed itself in its Sunday best and said, "Look how far we've come." As you step inside the Midland Hotel, something happens. The city falls away, the air changes, and you'll find yourself transported, not backwards exactly, but sideways, into a Manchester that still shimmered with steam, soot and promise. This is the grand gateway to the city, a place designed to impress strangers and reassure the powerful, a red brick palace for railway royalty.
We are in one of the oldest hotels in Manchester, and our room is quite fascinating to me because we've got 001. So let's take a look. Could I have the key, please, sir?
Good idea. Here we go.
I'm excited to see what we've got. I always want a high floor, and I don't think this could get any lower if they tried. So let's give it a go. Oh, come in. Oh, it's so cute. It's only small, but it looks perfectly full. Where should we start? So we have the coffee area. Again, Andrew, you'll be very happy with this. You've got an Nespresso coffee machine. It's got the 4 pods. I wish they'd give you more. Maybe there's more in this drawer. No, but you know what there is? You can make your own with some hot water. Plenty of essentials in there, isn't there? 2 cookies right there. We have a TV, and it's, I don't know what size that is. It like a 32-inch TV?
Maybe slightly bigger, but it looks the right size for the room, I would say. It doesn't need to be any bigger.
No.
Look at that light shade.
All the lights. It's very Art Deco in here,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
And then, of course, we have the writing desk. But you know what I've noticed?
What's that?
There's no pen or... Oh, there is. Because some of us might like to take the pen as a souvenir from the hotel. It's not stealing. It's just procuring.
Sharing the love.
Yeah. Now, what you'll notice about every hotel in England is that the switches are always on the outside. Always, always, always. And we do that for safety. Whereas when you go to America, the switches are inside the bathroom. In fact, you'll find plug sockets inside bathrooms in America, which you'll never find in England, apart from these sockets. But these are for like charging your shavers. So they don't work like a normal charger, do they?
So it's a nice bathroom.
It is, and do you know what's really nice about it? This is really expensive. Elmis body lotion and soap. It's like spa grade quality conveniences. What do you call them?
Lotions.
Lotions and
Potions.
potions. Same again in the shower as well. So this
Plenty of towels.
is it. It looks very clean, doesn't it? I'm just looking for any. It's very clean.
It does look very clean, actually.
I've got no grumbles, no gripes with this. So should we go and investigate? Oh, before we do that, one last thing.
Gotta do the bed test.
Take my coat. Take my coat. Whoa! My coat doesn't want to leave me. I'm gonna take my coat off for this. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Oh. That feels pretty comfy. It doesn't feel like a memory foam, but it feels pretty comfortable. I am not going to struggle, I think, to sleep tonight.
In its heyday, the Midland was a world unto itself, a theatre for the fashionable, a winter garden for those who sought sunlight without the inconvenience of the English weather, Turkish baths, billiard rooms and private dining salons. It was a hotel built for people who believed that comfort should be an art form. Even the roof garden, a daring experiment in Edwardian outdoor glamour, was a triumph until the smog of Manchester industry quietly suffocated its elegance.
Look at this staircase.
So grand, isn't it?
Look at that.
What these stairs have seen.
Yeah. Can you imagine people that used to walk up and down these stairs?
Some very important people. I mean, my question is, was this hotel built with elevators or were they a later addition?
I don't know. But do you know people like Winston Churchill, the Queen, royal family, presidents have stayed here?
I've got some questions because Winston Churchill seems to have stayed everywhere. He seems to have been a very busy man staying in a lot of hotels. So down all the corridors you see all of these framed letters and also currency. So these letters are basically people that kind of had their favourite housekeeping staff and they would write to the housekeeping staff. And if you follow me over here, you can see a letter. This one was basically a song that was written and they think was performed in the actual hotel. Now this one, follow me this way. This one is basically a letter that was written to somebody that stayed in the hotel. So basically people use this as like a post office and would write letters to people, and then I don't really understand how it works. So basically local people would use the Midland as a convenient postal address when they were overseas. One couple continued over many decades to send personal letters, many containing charming anecdotes and drawings. Once received and read by the recipient, all letters seem to have been left with the hotel.
Perhaps one of the hotel's greatest stories began not with marble or with chandeliers, but with a handshake.
Now, one of the most famous stories about this hotel involves this car right here. Because this hotel is where Mr. Rolls and Mr. Royce met over dinner and they decided to start a very famous company. Can you guess what it is? Rolls-Royce.
Here in 1904, Charles Rolls met Henry Royce, two men, one hotel dining room, and the beginning of a partnership that would redefine motoring and aviation forever. Rolls-Royce was not born in a factory or in a boardroom, but in the quiet civility of a hotel lunch at the Midland. It is, I think, one of the world's most successful business meetings, and certainly one of the most atmospheric.
Wow, look at these round windows.
They're all different shapes. That's an arch.
Yeah.
This is a round. Look at the size. Look at the size of it. That's a flattering shot, isn't it? Do you know what's cool about this hotel?
What's that?
It's just a big loop.
It is.
It just goes round in a circle.
Yeah, like a circular courtyard in the centre.
Stories cling to this building like perfume, and one of the strangest comes from the dark days of the Second World War. It is said, whispered really, that Hitler admired this building so much it was earmarked as a potential headquarters should Britain fall. A chilling compliment, but a compliment nonetheless.
Now this is a famous door, because apparently when the Beatles came to gain entry to here, they turned them away for not being dressed smartly enough, which I'm sure today they'd turn us away too.
Over the years, the Midland became a stage for the glamorous, the powerful and the occasionally scandalous. Royalty swept through its revolving doors, opera stars sang in its private rooms, and in 1964 the Midland achieved something almost unimaginable. It refused entry to the Beatles. The world's most famous band turned away for looking, quote, inappropriately dressed. There are few places left in Britain that can claim a dress code so strong it could rebuff John, Paul, George and Ringo.
incredible this looks.
I wonder if those trees are original or whether they've had to bring those back in.
Or if they're real. They
Yeah.
might be fake. They're definitely fake.
But look at the detail on the construction up there. That is magnificent.
So this floor is a magical floor because up until 1904, there was something very special that used to happen on the roof here. So I'm going to see if we can actually get access up to there. So I've still not been able to find what I was looking for, but apparently in this hotel they used to have a rooftop terrace which closed in 1904 because of all the smog that Manchester was known for. It has that feel of a bygone era and that luxury feel to it where you're just kind of transported right back to the 1920s.
Grand hotels are like actors. They age, they fade, and then someone reminds them of who they once were. The Midland is now reborn, modernised, yes, practical, of course, but walk through the lobby, trace the curve of the staircase with your hand, pause beneath the arches, and the old glamour comes back to life.
This hotel was built by a rail company because back in those days, rails were the titans of industry, and behind us is the old Manchester train station, which is now no longer used. It's now a convention centre.
You feel its stories in the stillness, you hear echoes in the carpets. This hotel has seen the rise of industry, the devastation of war and the birth of legends, and it still stands, dignified and slightly mysterious.
I smell a cucumber in that.
Wow.
In the end, the Midland is not simply a hotel, it is Manchester, distilled into brick and stone, a celebration of the city's ambition, its character, its unshakable belief that greatness can be engineered. If you listen closely, you can almost hear the clink of Edwardian champagne, the rustle of gowns on marble floors, and the soft murmur of Rolls-Royce quietly changing the world over lunch. Some hotels offer comfort, a rare few offer stories, and this one offers history wrapped in luxury, waiting patiently for the next guest willing to notice.